Hey everyone, I got a funny story. See, I purposely didn't set up my phone to use a regular phone number. I just need data on my phone, so it works perfectly fine. Like aside from the fact that in Canada, for some reason, you can't use VoIP because, for whatever reason. Anyway, uh, well, you're not legally allowed to just have VoIP. My phone bill is $10 a month because all I have is a pure data plan. But since phone companies are awful, terrible fucking monster beasts, they had to attach a phone number to my phone anyway just to be able to make it function. Okay, fine, but it costs 50 cents every time I get a text message. Alright, whatever. Because I don't use text messages anyway. I just use like Messenger from like AOL and AOL. I meant Facebook. Probably about the fucking same in my opinion anyway. But I was like, whatever, $2 a minute. I don't care because I just use VoIP and fuck what anybody tells me because $10 a month, hell yeah, and fucking call anybody with no overages and okay. Anyway, I don't want to make this a commercial, but fucking Twitter decides that we need a phone number. Fine, okay, whatever. So I give Twitter my phone number, and I swear, fucking God, I fucking turned off notifications. I put up a tweet, and I'll get like five fucking text messages in a row. Bow, 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 bow. Motherfucker, that's like 50 cents a piece. It's like my fucking phone bill is gonna catch up to a regular price phone bill just because of this shit. It's also really weird too. Like, I really hate phone companies right now. So anyway, I left off at just getting the Mega Health hooked up and how I want to handle dealing with health on QT character. And I guess there was a couple other things, but basically I just need to get this in place. So this beast right here, and then I'm just gonna try and figure out how to like organize this beast. If I could just get this done tonight, then I'll be able to make a bunch of children objects, copy them into the folders, give them the correct checkboxes, and there you go. Like, I'll be in really good shape. But I don't know what to do about this thing. Maybe I'm just. Oh, I did kind of notice I'm like spending way too much time worrying about how blueprints look. And I guess a lot of programmers do that too with code. Well, I code too, but simpler stuff like Lewis script or basic like C++ type scripting. And even in that case, I always tend to worry about how it looks. It's kind of fucked when we worry about how it looks, and then it still ends up looking unorganized to other people. Well, anyway, uh, let's get started because I'm starting a little late tonight. Uh, so we got shards. If it's true, modify health based on shards. And if I look at, get rid of all this. Modify health, shard, go, go, go. If mega health is false, grab the value for shard. Max is super health. A lot of redundant stuff and no, I don't have like anything describing what each of these things are supposed to be doing. I have absolutely no notes or I can't think of the right word for it. It's probably a bad sign in and of itself. You know those things that tell you, you know, what's in the code and what it's supposed to be doing? Mm-hmm. Totally not having any of those. So I'm obviously missing something because there's no way I got all of this in place. Yeah, you zero out the mega health before you destroy it, and then you make sure. Yeah, you make sure that it resets, and then you can destroy it. Which actually, come to think about it, go back to apply mega health. I should probably not destroy it here, but rather simply run the zero out health tracker on the object itself, and then tell it to just kill itself. Be like, here's a gun, go shoot yourself. I think that actually works better because one thing to keep in mind, I learned this a while back in UE3 with Kismet, is that the nodes don't always go linear. Like sometimes it'll go a little bit and then it'll do a little bit of this and then it'll. So I remember that being a really big problem where branching off two different things. It's a lot better in Blueprints though. Like they improved it dramatically. At this point, I'm just looking for something that I might have missed. So this applies to Mega Health. This sets the pickup base so that the Mega Health can talk to the pickup base properly. Right? My god! I might have everything here. Oh. Oh. I missed something. That would have broke shards. So I was actually thinking about making it so like if you grab a mega health when you have 250 health that it won't let you pick it up like armor. But that's actually not how these games work anyway. I think you can always pick up a no matter what, even if you're at the max. It just that it happens like almost never. So it's never really been a concern from actual gameplay. I gotta stop being a baby about this. There was no reason to put a reroute node there. I'm not doing power-ups yet. Honestly, I want to see the game working with weapons and shit before I worry about power-ups. This is kind of weird. Yeah. If it's mega health is true, then just do nothing. But if it's false, then do the delay and then respawn. And it does all that pretty much on its own. So is health, goes through all this. If it's a shard, modify the health. Modify health automatically does this giant mess. You know, I could probably just do a or instead of just two branches. I could probably just do if this or that are true, because this is both the identical code right here. This is two exact of the exact same thing. When it comes to modifying health, shards and mega health are no different. In fact, they're pretty much the same exact thing. So I'm gonna go ahead, put an or. Oops. And that'll get at least get rid of this. Okay. In some ways, I feel like I made this even worse. Oh God, what am I doing? Ah! Alright, I want to be able to, do like Monster Cat or have some kind of like free music playing in the background. Because these videos have gotten silent, and I really liked that one time I was just playing Monster Cat. Uh, the reason why I'm not putting music in these videos is just because the more time I spend working on the videos, less time I spend working on the project. I'm not PewDiePie. I can't brag about making 5 videos in one day. That guy's fucking insane. I think I'd die slowly trying to do that. Or very quickly. I just explode. Alright. Now I'm just... Okay, I gotta stop. Okay, just organize one more thing. So, shard or mega health. True. Then do super max. And if not, I could probably break this down into just make it its own function or a macro or something. But it's kind of that's also kind of wasteful too, because it's pretty self-explanatory what's going on. And in the case of doing damage, I also have to make sure that if you have a mega health equipped, it also modifies the health tracker on that. So the mega health is officially like in reflex, not like Quake 1. Keep that in mind. In Quake 1, if your health dips below 100, then the mega health is ready to respawn. But in this, I guess that's especially important considering we have shards now. Um, After you take 100 damage, that's when the mega health respawns. I'm also considering very strongly following in Reflex's footsteps, having all of the major pickups sitting in an array on the HUD. It's on the side of the screen. So like yellow armor, green armor, mega health, fuck, even the LG and the RL. Like all the major pickups that make a really big difference are just gonna be sitting there with their timers counting, and you can actually know when they're gonna respawn. Also, I don't have a way to add strafe jumping, as far as I know, and I don't think I want to add that, because that's just something that, I'm not adding the railgun either. I shouldn't go too far. I just like the advancements that are, the changes that Reflex has made. And in all honesty, it's easy to turn that stuff off or do whatever you want with it. If you're doing your own project, this isn't really meant to be a game. It's meant to be a starting point for other people to do stuff with it, and something that might still be kind of fun for people to play. Like, but I don't even think it's gonna have graphics. Like, I'm gonna have to model some basic placeholder shit. Otherwise, this is just gonna be a mess. You won't even be able to tell what the hell you're looking at. Is it a square? Is it armor? Nobody knows. So, I looked up like free models and sounds. God, it would be nice if I could just use the sound effects from. Maybe I'll ask the Reflex guys if I can use their sounds or something. I don't know. I doubt they would do that. I think everything's in place. And I'm just sort of looking over the aftermath. Now, replace armor doesn't have item pickup because of that really weird, complicated thing I mentioned yesterday about how when you stand over the armor should just not respond at all if this is untrue. If if you have 200 armor and you walk over yellow armor, the yellow armor should just be unresponsive. Just sit there, and you just walk right through it. So I have to do the check right here in Qt character, but on the pickup base I can still go item picked up. And if it's this is just to get away from having a null error, which blueprints tend to be kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff. You get errors because of nulls. I think they're called comments. Damn it. Yeah, I'll go through and comment all of this stuff. I actually will. I will, seriously. I'm more concerned right now with just getting it in place and seeing it function. I think I'm good to go as far as like placing the pickups into the map. Yep, item picked up. His weapon, item picked up. Yep. Runs on server. Pretty much everything's on the server. Destroy on self destroy self on pickup is for backpacks. So the pickup object is actually there'll be a backpack variation of it. And that will be created when the character is killed. So anytime you die, a backpack will fly out of you. It'll be kind of funny. Um, I can't remember if the weapon that you were currently holding was the only thing that was in the backpack, or if you picked up somebody's backpack, you get everything. I'm gonna have to check. So one thing that I've noticed right away is the pickup will play the respawn sound because it's the same function. So I'm gonna have to add a boolean is suppress. It's a lot of S's. Probably spelled suppress wrong. Well, anyway, what that's gonna do, what I can use that for is do a condition like this, where if there is this equals 0. And this equals true. So I'm going to do an and boolean. And then I do a branch. So in this case, I'll check that box for the initial spawn. If these are both true, then skip the sound effect. But if they're not both true, play sound. Okay. And then I go in, and then I'm just going to manually set that to true. And the play this spawn. Yeah, okay. See, this is false, so it'll play the sound. Alright. So I guess this is the moment of truth. So now that I spend all this work making this base pickup object, what I do is I create a child, and I go pick up weapons, right? And then I place that in the weapons folder. And then I do one for health. I go pick up health, and then I drop that into the health folder. And then I create a child for armor. And then I drop that into the folder. And so on. So what I'm establishing right now is the base parent object for each of the sub-parents, children. So I won't be needing this anymore. Oh, don't freak out on me. Click save all. Now delete. Qt redirector? Well, for now I'll leave them. So I go. Then I make a parent. Well, before I guess I do anything, I have to establish all the base attributes for every weapon. Okay, so initial respawn time, no initial spawn delay, spawn sound, don't have one. Is weapon true? Is ammo true? And then I'll have to say like oh, maybe I will have to get rid of some of those objects. Yeah, there's stuff being pointed to weird things. I'll have to fix that in a second. So it looks like the problem is something fairly silly. Is that this list is just being stubborn and it didn't want to show everything, so it confused me for a second. See, if I click lightning gun, it actually goes through just fine. And then if I nullify it, whatever. You still have to go to the actual directory. So I specify is weapon right here, This is the default one, so respawn time is 30 seconds for weapons. Pretty sure. Alright, so I'm just going to go through and at least set up the base for each one of these pickups. And here we go. So, the pickups are functioning. They're just boxes right now. It's axe from the left to the right. It's axe, shotgun, nail gun, grenade, rocket, and LG. So I spawn in, and you can see I have message now that displays the object name of the weapon that was added to the character. So if I do this, it says axe. Now if you watch my shotgun shells, it goes up 25 shells for single barrel, double barrel. The numbers are all wrong. I'm gonna have to really look up like what exactly is the respawn times and the weapon pickups. There's nails, 50 nails. There's grenades, 20 rockets, right, and cells, right. Okay, so that is working, but the objects are not disappearing when I collide with them. Apparently, that is actually something that needs to be replicated on the client, and yes, so that actually needs to be something that I have to split those particular cosmetic things off to the client. The server doesn't give a crap if the items are displaying or not, but so the pickups are working, and it shouldn't be too much more difficult to get. See, if I'm not running in a dedicated server, I have a bug right now that I haven't been able to figure out how to solve, but I can't get the in the non-dedicated server version, get the HUD to appear. See, now it plays a sound when I pick it up. Gives me the weapon. Okay, so the pickups are now working, and they'll respawn after 30 seconds. So, all right, I'm in pretty good shape right now as far as it's functioning. I just have to make sure that the replication is correct. There they are. Okay, you're watching Castle Does. Stay tuned for more. I should seriously, I think this weekend I got a 3-day weekend. I'm bang this motherfucker out. All right, so stay tuned for more.